Because obviously I love the music and I love Nigeria and being there and everything, but like...
Did you ever at one point feel like you were culture appropriating?
I know for a fact that I do 100 times more for the culture than people that will call me out on TikTok or whatever. Like they're sat there in their bedroom like, your culture, and I'm like, but what have you done for the industry? Like, what have you done?
Of course,
I've literally helped so many artists, done shows for them and produced for them and given them advice. So
this is where Lagos meets London. Where Peckham boys chilling on Sapa London. As Muritala Mohammed, Heathrow is where London Bridge links Third Milan Bridge via Coast. This is where Lagos meets London.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another juicy episode of Lagos Meets London. I'm your host, Queen Nay with the vibes.
Is it me? I'm joking. I go by the name of Hacker, the host, the one and only, bringing you the energies, bringing you the vibes, and today we're bringing it to you online.
Welcome back to the best Nigerian podcast, All Man Abroad.
Chai.
Welcome back to Lagos Meets London. It's your boy OJ, and of course not Simpson. Who we got today, guys? Every time we have a guest, we're always tense. We're always rushing. It's always hectic.
It's like the person that we have today.
We don't want
exclusive
to. Yeah,
invites.
man. First time I'm seeing this person speaking in public. Like I've actually never heard his voice. I've seen him do like this many times, but I haven't heard him speak. So, Nay, who do we have?
Today we've got one of the baddest DJs out there, the King of Blends, the master of transition, Mr. Red Bull 3-star UK champion.
Oh, wow, I never knew that one.
Oh, get to know, study.
Don't play with Nay.
Nay said,
Yes.
Nay said, you put me.
Let's go,
Yeah, you
Nay.
gave me the job, I'm going to do it.
Let's
Anyways,
go.
we've got the James.
Wow. You know what we do? Yeah, we do intro wars. So it's like each episode.
What, do I have the crown now?
No, you've got
man,
it. No,
calm down.
that one
Calm
you've
down.
got it. You've got it. So what we do is
Are
each
you
episode,
bad?
someone has to intro.
Thank
So
you.
what do you think of that intro for you?
no,
I'm sorry, one
you did your
second, guys.
research. No, well done.
See,
well done.
see, you've got the well done. What OJ says doesn't matter. She's got
OJ's just a hater. We
she's
already
got
know
the
this.
well done.
Yes.
No, but she's got the well done from the guest.
Yeah, I'm not. She's saying she the best, but I'm saying that's not the best now. That's what I'm saying. You did well, but that's not the best.
Djames, how are you?
How are you, man? What's going on?
Good, I'm good.
Welcome to the jungle. This is our crazy home,
The
man.
vibe's interesting.
Interesting, man. Is it true you grew up in France?
No, where's that come from?
You're not born there.
No. That's a new one. I've had American a lot, but no.
Really? Someone
I'm
actually
from
told me
the
that he was
UK.
born in France.
No.
Who said that one?
It
was you, Aka.
No. I said it
Oh,
because
you
someone
was
actually
a
told
said
me,
it.
yeah.
Oh, okay, wow.
Someone that knows him said that he was born in France.
There's a lot of rumours. No, I was born in Sheffield.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Okay,
Not
interesting.
Really, not very French.
You know,
very far from the pot.
Yeah, I've just lived all over the UK. That's it. I've never lived abroad.
Oh, okay. So where's the place that you've lived the longest in the UK?
Probably Essex, where I grew up. Yeah, I went to school there until I was 18. Then I went to university in York.
Okay.
That's when I started DJing all the campus events and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at that time when you were DJing campus events, was Afrobeats a thing?
No, not the student events.
When they say the guy is not half Nigerian, I say,
To be honest, back then the kind of guests that were getting for these summer ball, freshers ball, that kind of stuff, it was like Chesney Hawks, Space Hunter,
That's...
2/3 of Bewitched. It wasn't even all three of them. It was just mad. Yeah, York wasn't a big city for music, so
yeah,
it was,
They
just got what they could, and so I opened for all kind of rock bands and dubstep acts, so everything, Chasing Status and all these kind of people.
Were they about that time? Chasing Status?
Yeah.
2009, 2010. I think
That's
we had them up
crazy.
there, but yeah, there was no Afrobeats really. I think the first time we started doing events on campus, really, we were literally in the badminton courts, bringing speakers in,
and
there was maybe 12, 15 people. That was it, and it was very much like the Caribbean people on one side, the African people on the other. And if you played their music, they stood up. You played them. It was. So I learned a lot, even just from that, trying to keep the groups happy and stuff.
How long have you been DJing for?
Around 18 years now.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Where did it come from, though? Where did the love for Like, tell us the story about you just getting into DJing. How
DJing
did it start
itself,
for you?
I think it's one of those things. It's a lot more natural. I think these days people make more of like an active choice to be a DJ because they see it online, they think it looks glamorous and stuff. Whereas back then it was just like I was just the person at school that just used to mix CDs for my friends' cars and stuff like that, and I was just always into music. I was always always like on top of stuff. And then when I got to uni, my friends started running the student events, needed somebody, so I stepped
just
in.
your thing. It wasn't a family thing.
I wish I had like I wish I had musical family there because it probably wouldn't have taken 18 years then. But but yeah, it was just natural. Yeah, I never really sat down and decided I wanted to do it.
That's crazy.
I'm a substitute. I've filled in the gap, so I'm gonna let the main host now come and take the place.
Hi guys, it's your favorite girl, Missy.
You're not their favorite girl today. You're not their favorite. You're not their favorite girl today. Not today.
Sunshine, I am your favorite girl. Listen, guys, I'm so sorry. It is one of them ones. Yeah, conversation was good. Sorry to interrupt. Let's get back into it.
It's all good.
Make sure you guys don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You know what the subscribers does for us.
That notification bell was what? Ding, ding.
Please, and you can listen to us where again?
You can listen to us on all streaming platforms. We are on Apple Podcasts, we are on Spotify, we are on Jollof Radio. For those in Nigeria, we are everywhere we need to be. Most importantly, we're on YouTube. So make sure you share, like, comment, and subscribe.
Let's go.
I see you're repping today. What's that?
Yeah, Lemfi. I'm repping Lemfi. You guys already know about Lemfi. They brought this episode to you guys today.
Yes,
because you did the latest video.
What do you do with Lemfi?
Comfortable.
I'm joking. Lemfi is a money transfer app which allows you to send money to any Nigerian bank account. Do they do Ghana?
They do.
Yeah, they do Ghana as well. Because I'm saying Nigeria, people from Ghana might think they do Ghana, but I'm Nigerian, so I'll speak about for my Nigerians. But yeah, from US, UK, and Canada.
Yep.
No fees. They said there's a
zero transfer fee.
Yes.
And you get £15 when you use the LML code. So that is a LML. And you'll get £15 when you register using that code. So don't say that we did not do anything for you. We're doing something for you. We gave you £15, so make sure you cash that in.
Give it back to the community.
Literally.
Let's go.
Literally. Have you ever been to Ghana?
I have. Yeah? I've been a couple of times, but both times it was like really in and out. So I haven't really got to experience much of it. Yeah. Yeah, I really want to. But I think this December it's going to be the same thing. I think we have to be back to go to Blending Republic the next day. So I think it's going to be like one day.
So it's crazy for you.
Yeah, it's a shame. I've really tried to like start adding on just like rest days and days just to like see the city whenever I go places now. Because I've been everywhere, but you don't really get to see a lot of it.
And enjoy it properly when you're working.
You just like hotel, cab,
venue,
back.
Yeah,
straight to the airport. Like, that's it. So
yeah, literally. Literally.
I don't want to take us back because we talked about AI.
No.
Oh, okay, fantastic. All right. Well, this is just a general conversation. What's your thought on AI?
Okay. Took a left. The segue from Ghana to AI. Okay.
Yes. On AI, there's some crazy stuff out there. I saw a video of like Wizkid singing better than Wizkid, singing other songs of people that you wouldn't think he would sing. Like I saw a video of him singing a Davido song, and you already know about that. We're not dwelling on that, but you know. But what's your thought on AI? And like, it is crazy right now. It's doing crazy stuff.
It's one of those things. I think with like generally with technology, I try not to like fight it. I try just to see how I can integrate it into what I do. It's inevitable. People are going to lose their jobs in the music industry.
Ooh.
I can only really speak for music, but I was in Amsterdam for AD a few weeks ago, and it's like a hot topic over there right now. They're talking about it a lot, how it's going to revolutionize like everything from the back end of the industry, but also like the creative side. There's sites now where you can go on there and you can give it a vocal and it will generate an entire instrumental for you, or you can give it a beat and it will extend it. And that is a creative thing.
Do you think a lot of people anticipated that shift? Because it's a drastic shift.
Yeah, I mean, it had to come, didn't it, with everything else? Like AI seems to be across everything else. Music's kind of a little bit late on a lot of this stuff sometimes. It's kind of being used in a lot of other areas. But yeah, I think it's...
Can it affect your industry though, in terms of the DJ
before we
industry?
get into it, what do you guys think of it? What's the craziest thing you've seen that's AI created?
I love AI.
Do you?
I think it's fun. It's dangerous,
really
but
like
it's
because I just feel like it's making a lot of people lazy. Like it writes essays, like all these essays and stuff. I generally like typing.
Oh shit, fico.
Like I like doing things. Why are you just gonna just give it to someone to do? Then you still have to do your own corrections because it's not actually fully there yet. So it's like, what's the point? And I don't know. I personally don't really. Like
I'm here for it. I think it saves time.
it depends on what department you use it in, innit?
Job. Like even where I work, people are already getting sacked because now they're building robots and all of these things to do what the humans are doing. I work in a lab and now couriers are losing their job because now they've got drones that are transporting from one lab to another.
Right. I think that's the downside of the disadvantage of it, but there are multiple advantages, right? You said you love it. Why?
100%. I just think it's fun. You could just do different things with it.
What do you do with use AI for on a daily basis?
I don't use it on a daily basis, to be honest, but I just feel like what it can do is like the video of, was the video? P-Square.
Have you seen P Square's, sorry,
video.
not P Square, Peter's latest music video, Winning.
He's got Davido and Wizkid hugging. He's got Burna Boy in the video, like, and that's
hugging.
And that's
Nicki
done by AI.
And Cardi hugging.
Like stop the beef. Yeah.
Let me show it to you. And
no promo, by the way.
There you go. Yo. So it's gonna come a bit. Okay, it's gonna come in a bit. So, okay. Right.
Okay.
I think.
I mean, it's not the best use I've ever seen. But
the quality's even a bit dead.
I mean, no offense to them, but I mean, it's just a bit, it's a bit random. Kendrick and Drake.
One there is.
But he's trying to tell a story, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get to see the context of it, but like, there's definitely better uses of it.
No, 100%.
Sure. And I know someone that's basically single-handedly running a record label right now, and their entire staff is just AI. They're just doing everything.
That's
like,
crazy.
You know, from generating, like label copies and press releases and all the admin, all the financial stuff. Like, it's all just.
So it just depends.
So, like,
it depends how you use it.
It's there. Like, it can help you.
You were saying something about music.
Yeah. Do you think that it would affect your industry though? Like, would you think people start now booking robot DJs and stuff?
Yeah.
Or like, how does it affect your industry?
It already has. Yeah. It's across a lot of it. I mean, it's like it's already allowing the barrier to entry is already a lot lower for DJing generally. Just a lot of this algorithmic based stuff really has been there for the longest time. You've now Spotify and all these platforms, they have like DJ modes on them and stuff. People can use that for a house party now.
It's true. Yeah.
But I don't know. For me, I think live is still going to be safe. Like, live performances are going to be safe for a while. You can't replace that with AI. I say for now. I know at some point there's going to be holograms and all this stuff.
Literally.
And people will see them, or they'll just watch concerts in VR.
It'll
come, but for now, fingers crossed, I can perform for the next 10 years, like, in person.
But you just said live performances, right? We've witnessed a big shift from DJs getting invited to events to DJs now having their own live performances.
Yeah.
Right. When did that shift happen? Because before they just get invited to perform and then go. Now DJs have their own set where it's just them. When did that shift happen?
I think it's always been there. It was more like that kind of thing was more for big name branded DJs. Whereas now I think people are just taking the initiative. Like, there's a promoter who's making X thousands of pounds, and you pay me 150, but that people are coming to see me. Why am I letting them be the middleman? So, and also
just
I
doing
think
it
we
yourself,
see now that like these generic like black music events we used to have 8 to 10 years ago, where you go hear a bit of bashment, a bit of funky, a bit of Afro. Like, you didn't know what you were gonna get. You'd be into something, and the genre changed. I don't really think that kind of event is as popular anymore. I think people want to know they're going to like an R&B event
party.
or an
Yeah.
You know what you're going to get. You know what a DJ is going to provide. So I think, the DJ is obviously the ones taking the initiative and just putting it on.
I feel like people go to events now based on who's DJing as well.
No,
Like,
who's
got a
guilty.
DJ.
Yeah.
Like I need
good.
to
That's
see
how
the
it should
DJ
be.
lineup first because
People have their favorite DJs. It makes sense. It makes sense. I feel like the DJ
and you know the
industry's
type of
blowing up.
song a certain DJ is gonna be playing.
100%.
So you'd want to go to that.
100%.
I want to highlight your comment about big names. So do you have to be a big name to have an event? A successful
No. I'm saying that's just how it was
live
before.
event?
I think there was two.
What about now?
No, I think now you just need a community because it really. I mean, these are just random figures I'm throwing out there, but say like you earn £200 going and DJing for somebody else.
Yeah.
You've only got to put like 100 people in a venue at £10 a pop, and you're making way more money.
Yeah, 100%.
You can do that. Like that's realistic for most people in their early 20s now who just have like a large friend group in East London or whatever. They hire a venue, go do it, and you can make something and build it from scratch, or you can even build it online and then take it into real life. Like DJ Mix and stuff have done. So yeah, I don't think you need to be a big name anymore.
What's the biggest venue you've performed at?
It's got to be London Stadium. I DJ'd there for the first ever MLB game in Europe. It was like Yankees versus Red Sox. I think they put like 65,000 people in for that one.
Capacity.
So I was kind of like playing in between the games. I had no idea what was going on with the games. Like it was mad. But yeah, that's the biggest venue I think. And then in terms of like music venues, it's probably the O2, which I've done a few times now.
Okay, that's good.
What's one unpopular opinion about DJs that you'd like to share out there?
I think way too many of them sound exactly the same. I think people need to actually start being music lovers again and digging in their crates and having some individuality in what they do. Because I feel like I've traveled to a lot of countries this year and I kind of hear the same set everywhere I go. It's like, how can that be when you're in all these different countries with all these different influences and yet you still have the same set?
Yeah.
So I feel like, but I think that's just, like I said, that's just how people get into DJing now. I don't think they're music lovers first and then they become DJs as like a byproduct of it. I think they decide they want to be a DJ. Yeah. They're like, right, what do I need to do to get the party going? And then they do that. And that's why you end up kind of having a lot of similar sets.
Yeah. Do you think you need an MC?
Me personally, no.
Do you think, no, okay.
No, not for my sets.
Okay.
Some people benefit from them. For me, I think CULTRFM proved that because that was the first time people just got to hear like 1 hour of me without anyone talking over it, without any distractions, without anyone playing before me and playing all the bangers right before I go on, because that happens everywhere I go.
But CULTRFM, I would say, is a curated space. When you're DJing for a live audience, do you feel like you need an MC to give that vibe, or do you think do you not agree?
It depends, isn't it? It depends
on
because
the type of DJ.
Yeah.
Like, for me, a lot of the hosts I work with, they're just given to me in the moment when I get to another country and they've never had me play before. And so they're talking over the wrong bits. And of course, it's always clashes because I don't DJ like everyone else. I have a different style of mixing and stuff. So that maybe stuff doesn't come in when they expect it to come in, or they shout over the wrong bit, or they, they want to do their little freestyle thing when I'm in the middle of doing something. Like, so I think if I were to have a hype man or an MC, it would be my own that I would work on. That comes with hip-hop.
Understand.
That's a normal thing. You know,
100%.
You have Nas and Green Lantern and Jazzy Jeff and
100%.
all this kind of stuff. You have bits where they're supposed to be like the cherry on top of the DJ. They're not supposed to try and be like standing in front in the middle, like hyping and so if I did it, I'd have to have someone that knew what I was going to do and know when to like highlight what I'm doing, and then know when it's their time to shine and let them have their.
No, because I've worked with you and I understand that fully when you just explained it like that. Even in terms of us working together, that's the vibe. Because there's different DJs that may want the DJ, the host, to just go and just do what he wants. But I've always seen you've taken your set very seriously. You know how you want it to look. You know how you want to play. Do you know what I mean? So that's understandable. Not every DJ wants or needs a host.
It's not right or wrong either, because there's some DJs that like they come from that very like the dancehall style of DJing where they'll talk for 10 seconds and run a tune and then they'll talk again and run another one. And there's no creative mixing going on, but it's as entertaining, or if not more entertaining, than what I do at the same time.
So do you think it depends on the audience and the vibe?
I think obviously it comes down to like you being booked as a headliner, or people coming to see you do your style? Because if people see my CULTRFM set or whatever online and they want to come and see that, but then they get an entirely different experience, they're going to be disappointed. They just have a hype man screaming and I'm just playing like these fast beats and not doing all the musical kind of stuff that I do, then so I think it just depends on how it's booked and how it's advertised and stuff.
Yeah.
People work good with different people and other people. So like you said, it just depends. I just had something that I was going to ask you as we was talking about. Okay, cool. Culture FM. You as a DJ, how did that like impact your status in terms of, was when it did well, how did you feel? Was it, because there's things that I've done, let's say my hosted career, and I've done it and I'm like, all right, cool. In myself, I feel like, all right, like you have to respect me now. Like, you have to, like, I'm not talking, but the work is there. Because for me, the Culture FM, when I saw your Culture FM, I was like, yeah, like people got to put respect on your name, because that was crazy.
That was,
do you know what I mean? And then I've seen another one that you did, and it was in a club. I don't know.
Toronto.
And it's like, we put this on. When I'm cleaning and I'm just need music playing that's going to be properly mixed, the songs are going to come in correctly. Bam, let's put this on. So like, how did that make you? Because I know how that made me feel for you. So how did it make you? How did you feel after that?
The Culture FM one in particular was like validation that my style can work, because I know that, like I say, my style is so different to everyone else's. And I thought with Culture FM, it was either going to be like a flop and people wouldn't get it, or it was going to be the biggest. I didn't think it would be like an in-between. Fortunately, it did really well. But so for me, it was more like validation. Like, look, you don't all have to DJ the same way and have the same host doing this certain style. Like,
of course.
Because obviously I love the music and I love Nigeria and being there and everything, but like I didn't come from there. So I have my own way of doing stuff. I've done, like you mentioned in your amazing intro, I've done Red Bull, I've done all this like I've done all this other styles of music. I come up in a different era. So I still have those influences I want to bring and make my stuff different. So
that's lit. That's lit. Do you ever feel like people, in terms of you, where did the African side of things come from? Where did the love for Afrobeats come from?
I just want to put it in one word. Why Afrobeat?
Why?
Yeah.
I mean, I just love the music. There's not like, you can't really explain why you like music. But for me, the way I got into it was at uni, and people would be bringing me CDs with music on. They might bring me like one P-Square song or one Spanish song, and I'd like it, and I'd be like, right, let me just go down a rabbit hole and just go. Back then, what we're talking, like Napster days, LimeWire, all this kind of stuff. Like, whenever I get my hands on all the blogs, like some low quality, horrible music I was playing with like tags all over it, AOL music and all this stuff. So that's what I do. I'd be like, all right, I love this, and I didn't necessarily really know much about the culture back then or anything about it, but I was playing a lot of like R&B and hip hop events, and I'd just start sliding these songs in here and there, and I'd see little pockets of Africans going crazy, and then all right, cool, that one works, like make a note of it, and it just kind of snowballed from there. And I think by like 2010, 2011, I was putting my own weekly club night on, and then we started getting people coming from like Leeds and Bradford and surrounding areas for this event, because it was the only place you could get dancehall, Afrobeats, funky, and all these genres like together in that kind of club. So it wasn't really a conscious thing. And then I think probably since, I don't know, probably like 2014, 2015, I started looking more into the actual culture side of it. And then since lockdown, it's just gone mad. I've been going out there for probably 5 or 6 years now, and obviously I learned a lot about where it comes from.
Did you ever at one point feel like you were culture appropriating?
I don't feel about it, because I know what I'm doing is pure, but I know that other people are going to feel that way, and there's only so much I can do. There's going to be people that are going to feel that way regardless. I know for a fact that I do 100 times more for the culture than people that will call me out on TikTok or whatever. Like, they're sat there in their bedroom like, you're culture, and I'm like, but what have you done for the industry? Like, what have you done?
Of course,
I've literally helped so many artists, done shows for them and produced for them and given them advice. So, I'd say like more than half of what I do doesn't make it on social media with stuff I'm doing behind the scenes day to day. And I'm also not the kind of person that's going to start fighting with people.
No, of course, especially when you know what you're doing. So how did they accept you in Nigeria though? What's it like in Nigeria?
It's great. Like, honestly, like I'd say actually with Culture FM, I'd say that I actually got my UK following up, because I feel like I've been known in Nigeria for 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
They knew me over there. Like I could go over there and I didn't really realize how big it was until I went, and I'd be getting stopped in the supermarket and people trying to take pictures of me and stuff, and then I come back here and no one kind of knew me. Like, exactly.
I feel you. I
feel like this happens with quite a lot of people in Europe. I think like they might get hate on social media and stuff, but then on behind the scenes, the big artists, Davido and these guys, they accept them and want to work with them.
Yeah, of course.
You just have to be like, whatever. Man.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
it is what it is. Talk to us about your collaborations though with artists, because that's another side of, not just DJing at live shows. You actually put out your music and So like how do you go about selecting an artist? Is there artists that you DM and they don't reply to you?
Wait, I think before we get into collaborations, we need to understand, because you started off as a DJ and now DJs are making music.
Yeah.
Right. When did you feel like, okay, I need to make music too, or did you have a love for music and then you're like, okay, I want to put out music there and work with people?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say that like a lot of these DJs don't make the music, they just put out records. They're not producing the records a lot of the time. That's not an Afrobeats thing, that's just across the board. DJ Khaled, they have teams of people and they're a vessel for it and they go and perform it. I didn't want to do that myself because I'm just like quite a hands-on person, and I was also just bored in lockdown and wanted the new skill, so I just learned to produce.
Right, okay.
So that's how that came about. It wasn't, I felt like the DJing thing is amazing. I've done a lot, but you can go to a club and play on a Saturday night and it's great, but then people wake up the next day and they kind of forget. And I was like, I want like a bit more of a legacy. And I feel like the best way to do that is have music that is yours. It's not going to get deleted off of Audio Mac or whatever because you've used someone else's song. Like, it's your record. It can live on everything forever. And that was the thought process behind getting into production.
That's so do you only do Afrobeats, or you still...
No, I mean, we've experimented, like producing a lot of different styles. I love dancehall too, so I've made a lot of like Afro dancehall kind of crossover stuff, some like more R&B. I think next year I'm definitely going to be a lot more experimental with my productions, but this year it was more just about getting that first project out, letting people know that I'm a producer now, and you can't have such a scattered first project. So it's like, right, let's just get the best Nigerian artist that I can get and put this project out. And
anytime you come, I'm available.
Yeah.
Where did that come? How did that? Honestly, that song has been in my head like non-stop. Why Crayon? How did that come about? Are you specific for your collaboration or?
Yeah, very, very specific. But Crayon was the easiest one. We've just been friends for a while, like way before I even started producing. I was just a fan of his music. We were talking, and I was sending beats back and forward. We'd been in the studio together in Lagos, but we hadn't actually made anything. I think he was gearing up for his album around then, so he was just finishing what he had. And he was sitting on these beats for a while, and then one day he sent me this record, and I was like, bro, I need this one for myself. And he had his next 2 singles lined up as well. So I was like, look, you know what artists are like? They make 100 songs, and the last one they made is always the best. So they walk out the studio that day, they're like, yo, this is amazing, I love it, I can't wait to put it out. And then they go make another 99 more. And yours I was like, look, I know I'm going to do justice to this song, let me have it. And he was so easy with it. He's like, yeah, sure, man, just put it out. And we shot a video together in Nigeria. It was the maddest experience.
Why did you do it in Nigeria though?
Why wouldn't I? I mean, I'm not going to make Crown fly here for me, but
like
I want to.
I know you know that DJames.
I am, but no.
I think it made sense in Nigeria.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I think so. The whole project was Nigerian.
Do you know why I said my Nigeria? It's because back in the days, a lot of Nigerian artists did not like shooting videos in Nigeria.
Yeah.
They like to travel abroad, America, the UK to shoot the videos. So it's now nice that we're seeing a shift that people are actually wanting to shoot in Nigeria, you know?
Yeah. That's...
I don't know if that was a quality thing back then or what, but for me, it's more exciting to shoot over there than it is to shoot down the road in
100%.
So
100%.
It was great, and doing it on ground, it was all part of the experience of the project. I wouldn't have felt right shooting it outside of Nigeria, I don't think.
Do you have a Nigerian name? Are they giving?
I get asked this all the time. I think I've been given about 20 of
What's your favorite one?
They were shouting them out at the EP launch party we had.
What's your favorite one?
You don't even remember.
I can't even remember them. We've had so many now over the last few years. I go through my feed and they'll just be
different ones. So what do you eat when you're in Nigeria? What's your favorite African food, should I say?
I mean, there's a really bad video of me trying everything last time I was there. We went can't remember what it was, whatever restaurant we could find, because it was really late in the day. It was like the last day before we traveled back. We're like, we need to do this video. Let's just go anywhere. We went somewhere, and I tried a bunch of stuff, and I was like, oh, what's this one, please? It was like yellow. It was like soup. I was like, okay, what about this black one next to it? It was like soup. I was like, all right, but like, what's the difference?
What soup is it?
I was like, I'm about to do a video, so I kind of need to know what I'm doing. So we tried a bunch of different stuff. I've been eating jollof and plantain and suya and this kind of stuff for a long time, but there was some stuff in there that I hadn't tried before. Yeah, we had like, I think the only thing that I couldn't deal with was the asun. We had like
asun.
I hate.
I love asun.
I hate asun.
It was so spicy.
Yeah,
like, and I didn't realize, but I was trying to play it cool, and so I had it. I put it down, and then the cameraman's like carrying on filming, about to go take the next bite, and I just went. And he was like, "You okay?" I was like, "I think it's this." Yeah, that messed me up.
I don't like asumi personally as well. I don't know. I just don't like goat meat.
So your spice tolerance is not there.
I mean, no, I was terrible before. Like I said, I was born in Sheffield, so I was brought up on like Yorkshire puddings and roast dinners and stuff. Like, and at uni, you just live off of whatever you can get your hands on. In York, there was no variety. It was like chicken burgers on the way home from the club and stuff. So, but yeah, obviously being over there, you have to eat this stuff.
So, adapt.
Yeah, so I like trying stuff. But I'd say the biggest problem with it is it's just like the portions are crazy. I end up putting so much weight on every time I go to Nigeria.
Yep.
That's what it is, you know. Yeah. The portion. They have no portion control.
It tastes so good. So you end up just like it comes out. You're like, I can't eat all that. It's too much. And then next thing the plate's empty. And
Yeah.
So you eat once. You don't even move.
For real.
That's. So what's the longest you spent in Nigeria then? Or in like if I say Nigeria, or Africa, should I say?
2 months. I did the year before last. I was there from November to January. Yeah, I did 2 full months there. That was intense because I'd never been away from the UK that long. So to make it Nigeria the first time.
In Nigeria.
It was a lot, yeah.
You're strong.
And we had a lot of issues with the apartments and my hair
Apartment
was going orange in the water. Like,
no, stop.
Yeah, like I was rusting. It was so bad. Like it was like completely orange at the front. It was messed up.
Sounds like you were staying in Lekki. Sorry.
Yeah, we were.
Water's no good at Lekki.
Yeah, that time I couldn't get a haircut over there because everyone was like, I was having all these like celebrity barbers messaging me like, yeah, I'm gonna give you a nice skin fade. I'm like, no, I have bleached hair. It's not really this color. Like, if you shave it, I'm just gonna have black hair. I was like, I need this, my brand. No, trust me. I'm like, so eventually I found this one like Lebanese barber. I went there and he was like chopping away. I was on my phone like this, and I just felt like a twitch like that. Carried on. Next thing was just blood pouring all down my top here. Chopped like a chunk out of my ear.
Oh, no, stop.
It wasn't like a little like nip. It was like I got in a lift and in the mirror I could see like a triangle was missing from it. And I had a show that night with Asake. We had I think it was a Nigeria show.
What?
And the guy was like, you need to wear a bandage for 24 hours. So he wrapped this like some feel like Terry Butcher footballer kind of style thing like around my head. He was like, you need to wear this. And I was like, I can't. I'm on stage in like 7 hours. I was trying to look fresh for the show. So I managed to like stop it from bleeding, and then had a shower and everything, got ready, had like a fresh t-shirt, put it on over my head, caught it, opened it up again, and it just went all over. And I had like no clothes to wear for the show. Oh man. So ended up DJing with like a big plaster on my head like for the show.
You had experience.
You had the Nigeria.
Nigeria will get you.
It was a lot. But so I think this time we're going for a month, but it's not just Nigeria, it's like all around Africa.
You're doing African tour, aren't you? Yeah. Excited for that. What's that about? What's that going to be like? And countries you're going to?
So we're doing Rwanda, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Ghana, and then Benin Republic, I believe, at the moment. So just trying to finalize everything. But yeah, that's what it's looking like. So
and been to any of these countries before?
Just Ghana.
Just Ghana.
Yeah. Swear.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I'm a very like systematic person, so I wanted to make sure like I really, I got my fan base and had a foothold in Lagos and was comfortable out there. So obviously it's not easy just going there.
No, of course.
So like, I feel comtemple there now. We have a really good team. Have everything in place. So it's like, right, fine, cool. I can go to these other places.
Talking about team, what's it been like working with people, organizers in Africa? Because
Yeah,
you
we
know,
talk about this.
you know, you
The
know.
way you're smiling, while you're asking, you know.
You have to laugh,
spoke about
otherwise
this
you'll
before you
cry.
came as well.
Oh, you talked about it. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
It was like the
Sorry.
timing and everything. And I was sitting here because we haven't started yet. And I was thinking,
Sorry. I'm the wrong person to ask about it.
Do you know what I mean?
All right, people,
Do you know what I
moving
mean?
on safely. Moving on safely.
What is it like working with us?
Really, yeah. You
With
really
our
have
people.
to love the music.
To carry on.
so, yeah.
I mean, that's the case with the industry generally, but yeah, you have to just be like, nah, you know what? I like it. It's fine. I love the music. I love the artist. So I'll put up with it. But yeah, it's definitely.
Has there ever
not
been
easy,
a
yeah.
very crazy moment that you were just like, I can't do this? An experience? Just one that you can remember?
I think I've generally been all right. I don't think
Okay.
I've witnessed a bunch. We were talking about
Burner
Burner's
Ball.
show before,
Mm.
where I think we got there at 4 p.m. and he didn't come on stage until gone 3 a.m.
Oh,
We were
yeah.
there, like we
Sounds
couldn't
about
leave,
right.
it's like- and it wasn't his fault. There was just so much going wrong, with power outages and all sorts of stuff. So that was crazy to witness. But yeah, I've been pretty fortunate so far with the kind of gigs we've done. It's been mainly club stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't done a lot of these like outdoor festivals where there's a lot
What's
more
your
like moving
favourite club?
parts. Oh no, don't make me pick favourites. You mess up my bookings.
Exactly.
Top three.
I love them all equally.
That's the best answer that you can give.
Yeah, I got to be political. No,
So what about the industry here though? The Afrobeat, the indie. What about the people that are Nigeria? You can expect the unexpected.
Yeah,
But
It's a
what
bit
about here?
smoother
U-
here.
UK Nigerian.
yeah, probably. It's probably a bit smoother, but to be honest, I don't do that many events in
Yeah.
London anymore. I generally feel like London's had Afrobeats for a long time now and is
Time
a
to
bit
That's
spoiled.
so strange to say, you know, because Afrobeats is not from London.
Yeah,
It's not, but we've had it. We've
It's
definitely
been-
had
I
it for a
know.
long
you know,
time.
these guys have been coming here for 12, 13, 14
Yeah.
years. Like,
Mhm.
normally, how many times have people seen Wiz walk out at a show now in London?
Literally,
Like, it's
literally.
it's normal.
Literally.
Whereas there are countries around the world that don't even have an event yet, like playing this music or place I'm going this year. It's like you're the first Afrobeats DJ we ever booked, and that's crazy. So you kind of get it when you go outside. You go to smaller cities in the Midlands or up north. They're a lot more receptive because they don't just have these artists walking around every week and big DJs. So you get a better response.
Right. Got you.
Yeah,
That's even like
London's-
Dublin.
Yeah,
Dublin don't get that many artists go through.
We don't
so
have
when-
anything.
Yeah, when an artist
one
does go
venue.
through there, it's
But-
the love is different.
But
Yeah.
I think it's starting to pick
Yeah,
up
it's-
now.
it's
I think people
recently
are starting to go to Dublin now because the population of Black people is growing.
It's
So-
always been growing though.
Really?
People just didn't recognize us as they should. There was
Right.
actually quite a huge amount of Black people in Ireland.
Mm.
I feel like over here, because London's bigger,
Mm-hmm.
it's like people don't really see
Mm.
other
100.
places but London.
You're a
London,
dot in the
London,
ocean.
London.
Yeah.
So it's like
Got you.
have you been Ireland?
Yeah.
yeah. I've played there a few times over the years. Not recently though.
Loving Ireland is crazy.
Yeah,
mhm.
I think it's just like exposure. I don't think they
Literally.
have that many people. So when they do, I
It's
saw
a-
that in York. They get excited over anybody. Like,
I can
anyone.
imagine.
Just like we had. Yeah, I'm not gonna discuss. Yeah, we
No,
did
that's-
we forgot even made music and they come through and people would be screaming.
Yeah, and
to,
I
like,
can
meet
imagine the
somebody.
place that don't get no love like that when they get
Yeah.
anything is. But it's sick what you're doing though.
Mm.
It's sick what you're doing. Is there any nerves for this tour? Is it just
Yeah.
you know it's another
Nah,
day in the
not
office?
really. Maybe only the headline show we're doing in Lagos, just because I'm kind of behind everything with that. We're just hiring a venue and we're putting on everything myself. So I guess I feel a lot more invested in that one. But the rest of them, it's just I turn up and do my thing, and
Just
if
yeah.
it goes wrong, it's not on
It's
me.
not-
Like,
Yeah.
Nah, I
Right,
feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
So you're going to be in Lagos. Have you heard of Lim 5?
I have.
Do you use them?
I don't at the moment. But
Okay.
I'm going to.
Okay. You should.
I'm
Make
gonna
sure
have
you
to
use
pay
our
all, everyone at my event. So
right. Make sure you use our code LML,
mhm.
and everyone's going to get £15, including yourself. So
Nah, it's funny.
Okay, yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
All right.
sure.
You've been to Lagos a lot. I'm sure you picked up some slangs here and there. Have you?
Yeah, I mean, but I don't speak it.
What's
I
your
understand
favorite
it.
slang? At least just one word, something. Just say something.
That's a weird.
I'm sure you know Oyinbo.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, that's not slang. But...
I'm on the phone like to my parents, and people just start shouting at me in the street. And they're like, "What's that?" They'll shout anything at me. They'll just be like, "White, white," or this. And I'm like, "What? Are you okay, Jay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
Sorry.
No, they kill me.
You're just like, yeah, all you ever get all the time. Justin
Do you know
Bieber,
when you just said
DJ
white?
Snake.
You know the song that came to my head.
What?
A white team.
You just want to sing again. I think.
I'm sorry,
No, but the fact that you even keep it moving in Nigeria, you have to be strong. You
Yeah,
have to be strong. You have to be strong.
So you really haven't picked up any slangs?
like I said, I can
He knows, he
understand
understands it.
but
Like,
I
how
just-
far? You understand?
Yeah. But it's like, it's a tough question. Like, you can't, if I go to you and just like, what's your favorite slang? Like, what would you say? Do you have like a favorite?
A favourite
I don't have
UK
a
slang,
favourite
London
word.
slang.
Yeah.
And you're my size.
Oh, no.
See what I mean?
You're my size.
My answer
I mean,
would've been
not a
worse than
favourite,
that.
but like, what's the lingo that you've picked up?
That you've picked up, that you... Yeah.
Something that you like, you know.
I don't know. I don't really. I mean, damn it. Do I say anything? I can't really think. I don't really feel like I.
Does he
come
when
out
does
with
he
any
when you're
expressions.
speaking to him sometimes?
It's just
does
more
he
like it's more like noises.
slip out
I'll just
something?
maybe just.
He understands funny. He understands because once I'm the element, I just text in pidgin sometimes. Voila.
Okay.
He knows what's going on.
Yeah, I can fully understand it.
That's the most important part. Bro.
It
You
is,
have to
as long as
understand,
it
so you
can't
can't
tell
be
you
sold.
you're good, you're
No,
good.
That's the most important
I don't know
part.
about speaking it.
The Nigerian parents, silent.
I've been seeing him do that quite a lot.
You know what? I think I needed that all my life. I needed that to be able to express myself. I finally found
It
like the
just answers
perfect
everything.
noise. Yeah.
Perfect expression. That's it.
Nigerian is just... That answers everything, literally. But does Djames like the ladies of Lagos or Africa or...
Yeah.
Yeah?
What kind of question is that?
I mean, tell us about that.
No way. Any
Wow.
situation.
I'm putting you on the hot spot right there.
I'm single, and I don't like. Yeah, of course. I mean,
Like
it'd
Nigerian
be
girls.
very tough. Yeah, being in this as a career and not liking girls from there would be some long weekends, wouldn't it? Like,
Whoa.
yeah, it'd be boring. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I mean, I love it. I love everything
Comes with the
about it.
lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not. Yeah, don't make me out to be some like.
You know,
don't look at me
spoil
like.
my boy's brand
Like,
new.
so-
It just, yeah, we get
I was like,
it. We get
yeah.
it.
So I get asked all the
Listen,
time.
we
Girls be
understand,
like,
don't worry.
you like black girls? I'm like, yeah. Like, I don't have like a type. Really.
No, the way I should have worded that question is like, do the babes be entering your eyes when you're in the African countries? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I'm excited
be
to
like,
tour.
hello, Marimbo.
He's excited to tour.
You're excited to talk. I love that. I love that. Other than that excitement, what else are you excited about? What are you working on? What should we be expecting to see from you? You know, the New Year's coming. What are you doing?
Yeah, a lot more music. I really want to release a lot more. I think this year, because we just focused on the EP and trying to get that together so that we could release 5 different artists at the same time. It's really difficult.
Nice.
Whereas I think next year it's more about just get singles out and just drop as much music as possible. As soon as it's ready, clear it, release it.
Give us a snippet. Who's going to be on the E EP?
No,
one or two names.
Yeah, next year is gonna be more singles. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to do a lot more remixes. Definitely more like cross genre stuff. Been talking to a lot of artists and labels about that. Like taking more like Afro R&B, Afro pop songs and speeding them up, making them on my piano, Afro house, 3-step, all these kind of things. I want to take my set a bit more clubby in that direction. So there's be a lot of remixes, but also just producing for artists, because I think a lot of the DJs, like I said, they'll put out music as them and it'll be them featuring the artist, but they don't necessarily produce for artists and let them just take the record. So that's what happened with Vic Tony, for example. Like we made 2 songs. We had this kind of like a reggae dancehall track called Deadly, and he played it for Steph London. She liked it. She jumped on it. She took it for her album and stuff like that.
But you produced it though.
Yeah, so I produced it. It was initially going to be mine and Vic's song, and then so we have another one that isn't released yet. But I'm open to all that kind of stuff because,
of course,
there's some records that necessarily like they aren't DJ records. They're not songs that I can play in the club. And I think that's, as much love the EP, I'm gonna have to remix a lot of the tracks to try and make them more club friendly so that I can play them in my sets, because right now everything's still that at my piano tempo. For the most part. There's a few songs that sneak in there like so or whatever, but then you're just straight back to piano again.
Yeah.
So I think that's the move for next year, really, just have more up-tempo, more clubby kind of stuff.
Oh, nice. We've had some interesting conversations with you. We want to have something fun now. OJ's going to join us for a trivia.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
What's up, people? I'm back again. Hope you guys are staying tuned to the best Nigerian podcast, home and abroad.
Shout out.
So I've got an Afrobeats trivia, and you have a chance to win some money. Take to Nigeria, some naira. Courtesy of our sponsors, Lemfi. Have you guys told them what Lemfi does?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
He's going to be using them as well.
So it can work. You work with them?
No.
Oh, I thought you said you already work with them.
No,
Okay,
not yet.
Well,
not yet.
Yeah,
Okay,
love that.
That's
Speak
good.
into existence for sure.
Yeah, so we can do this. There's two ways. So I have Afrobeats artists and their stage name. So I can either give you the stage name and you give me their real names, or I can give you their real names and you tell me their stage names.
Do we get to compete or is it just him?
No, it's everyone.
Okay, cool.
Give us their real names.
You want to do real names
And guess
and you want
the-
okay,
nice.
So what I've done is there's UK artists, but the ones that I've done a collab with a Nigerian artist.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's producers in there.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's female artists.
Call me a hard one.
This guy's ready. You might as well just give him the money now. What's the point? Me and Alice is gonna be here.
Oh wow!
I'm not saying
So are we
something,
doing
let's go.
we should do real names and then you want the stage name?
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
give you the stage name.
So
then.
the first one would be an artist that's done a collab with a Nigerian artist, but he's from the UK. Michael Ebenezer Kwadjo.
Who be that? Michael Ebenezer.
Michael
I've heard that name before.
Ebenezer Kwadjo. Kwadjo.
Kwadjo. K.
This is annoying me.
What area is he from?
That's
North,
it.
South, East London.
Okay,
which
that's
one?
I can give that. He's from where area is he
East.
from? He's from East.
I knew
Yeah.
it.
Michael Ebenezer.
Michael Ebenezer Kwadjo. I'm sure the people listening or
You know,
watching, they're
Who's
screaming.
that? Whisper
It's like,
it.
that's why they're the ones behind the computer.
Who's Michael
Yeah, he
Ebenezer?
googled it. That's why.
Oh, I think Google it quickly.
I heard all of
It's not-
this.
Do you guys want more time or should I just
Who is
reveal
it?
the
Who is
answer?
it? Ain't nobody getting this one.
So that's Stumsy.
Oh, I knew Ebenezer was
Michael,
his
Big
name.
Mike. Come on, man. Big Mike.
That's why I said, is it from East?
Big Mike.
so annoying.
Big
That's
Mike.
annoying
Shout
because
out Stumsy.
that was an easy one. Kwadjo is a Ghanaian name as well.
I knew it was someone Ghanaian. I just didn't think of who else. it
Damn.
could
All right,
be.
the second one, the name is Oyin Consola.
Ira
Sarah. She's
Yeah.
Ira Star.
yeah, she got. So that's 1 point for Nay. And the third one is Stephanie Victoria Allen.
That's Stefflon time.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I should know we are publishing together.
was wondering.
Yeah.
It's a bit worrying.
Okay, more.
So we've got Crown Uzama. Crown Uzama. They call me.
Charlie Puppy. It's not Charlie Puppy.
Charlie
Is it?
Poppy.
Is it Charlie Puppy?
I said Charlie
Yeah,
Poppy.
she said it
Oh my
first.
gosh.
She sang it. She didn't say it.
Yeah, I said Charlie Puppy.
Yeah,
That's
they're
it.
simple, right? I
I got it. I got the point, right?
Yeah, she got the point. She's killing you guys.
You should be on this one. No.
Why?
Jonathan-
I'm not
Educated
friends
me.
with Shally Poppy. Like,
Why should
if I
know
was,
it's
I wouldn't
coming?
put my real name.
All right, I'll do a couple more. So Dennis Junior Odunwo.
Odumodu Black.
Oh wow!
The last name kind of gave it out, though.
No, that's not
Is that
Odunwo Black.
I thought it was.
Odunwo Black's name is Dennis.
I said that with my chest
no.
as well.
Dennis
Is he-
Junior.
Is he from the UK?
He's from the UK and he's from not London.
Dennis.
Mhm.
That.
Dennis what?
Mm-hmm.
Tion Wayne?
Oh, I was doing the dance.
3 points for me. Oh my gosh,
3
I'm actually,
points.
I'm impressing myself.
I swear.
Hey.
I'm so bad at all these games. All right.
Wow. I thought it was gonna be easy, but apparently it's not.
I
You're
thought he'd be smoking me right now.
Yeah.
Come on, give me a
It's
little
not
bit
easy.
of
To be honest,
Yeah.
this is the first time I'm hearing all these names. When I was doing my research.
Now, some of them I recall the names.
Okay,
but
should we
it's-
do stage names then, and then you can try and
No,
guess?
it's
No, that's even worse.
I'm gonna be saying their real name. No,
That's
no.
even
Let's not
worse.
do that.
All right, cool.
All right, John Savior Udomboso. John Savior,
From the UK.
no, from Nigeria.
John Savior.
It's got to be Young John.
Yeah. That's Young John.
My baby. Guys, we have to cut this one out.
Hot water. Clearly not.
We have to cut this one out because I'm shouting, I love Young John. I don't even know his name. My gosh. Okay. That one was easy though. John.
I kind of gave it up, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do a couple more.
Okay.
Okunlola Abdul Malik.
Naira Marley.
No.
What?
Okunlola Abdul Malik. Just think of the last
Malik
name.
Berry?
Yeah, that's 3-2. That's the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Is it 3-3? It's 3-0. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm sorry. Manager's waiting for that money. He's waiting for the naira.
Get his cut.
Yeah, we need the naira, man. We need that naira when we get to Niger.
Oh, I'm screaming.
All right, this is the last one. Now this person is from the UK.
Oh,
Joseph Olaitan Adenuga.
Skepta.
4-3.
damn, actually, yeah.
It's the last name.
Listen,
UK ones.
do you want my
No, that's what I
Polaris
said.
account?
They say like a collab. The ones
Yeah.
I've done a collab with. Okay,
Do you want my Polaris
I'll
account?
do. Let's do one last Nigerian artist. Michael Adebayo Olayinka. I know this is gonna be hard.
From the UK.
No, Nigerian Afrobeats.
Huh?
Full
Say
Afrobeats.
what again?
Say again,
what
say
Michael
Mhm.
Adebayo Olayinka.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I can sing. I can
Oh, yeah,
like hum.
sing.
Is it an artist or producer? Or
Artist. It's an artist.
Hum his name.
Let
The
me hum.
band.
No, not the band.
No,
Let
it's
me
not
hum
the
one of
band.
his songs. Wait 1 second.
Who be that?
Ruger.
Oh yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
Maybe she
Ruger.
said it
What was
first.
you gonna say though?
He's fair. He said I said it first.
Yeah, you said it first.
Nah, he's
Oh, but
probably
you
going
also
for
got
it.
Ruger.
Yeah, it could have been either though, right?
No, that's
It can't
Ruger
be-
though.
it can't be
That's
Benson.
that part of
Yeah.
the song.
Yeah.
It was Ruger that sang
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Fair.
I was gonna
You
say
got-
Benson.
So
but-
can I just say, like, my Polaris account?
Nah,
should
we'll
I-
give the James.
No.
we give
Me
the
too, I'm
James for
going to
effort.
Nigeria in December.
We'll
What
give
sort
the
of
James
shag
for
is
effort.
this?
Courtesy of Lemfire. Manager, do you have a Nigerian account?
We have one.
All right.
Thank you.
And can you confirm a lot right now?
You know the account number off my head.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
These people are business oriented.
You
They're
know,
not
I
just-
actually rate the Nigerians that know their account number by head. I can't.
Do you not know your UK bank
in
account
my-
on it?
I know my UK bank account.
I don't know my UK bank account.
I know my account
but
number
I
and
know
sort
my
code.
Nigerian bank account.
But do you know the long number?
the long
You only need my account number and sort code.
No, but I'm just saying. But do you know the long number when you're paying for stuff online?
Card number.
Yeah, the long card.
Why am
number.
I registering my card number?
People know that, you know. People know that.
Oh, no.
All right.
I feel like the Nigerian one
So
is
now we're
just-
talking about money. How much does it cost to book Djames? I'm having
Yeah,
my wedding, and I want you to come to
Or
Niger.
even to
and-
do like a collaboration. How much is it?
I want you to come to Niger and shut it
That's
down.
different.
Okay, what's
Like collaborations, it depends. I'm open. Like if I like the artist or,
Could you do it for free?
yeah, if it made sense.
but then
Because
obviously there's like percentages and stuff.
You'll make
Yeah,
royalties from
it's
it.
people I want to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So if Bonner said, "Oh yeah, enter the studio," maybe they go.
yeah.
Why would he say no?
Yeah, of course.
Why would he say no?
Even if you don't know what you're doing and bonus says come, you're gonna say yes anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I'm
So
there.
collaborations is different to
Yeah,
what
sure.
you take
There's
for
all
bookings.
sorts. There's swap deals. There's things you can do
Yeah,
with that.
yeah.
With bookings, yeah.
What's the range?
What's the rate for bookings?
He's not gonna give
I'm
us
not
a
gonna give
you
you
can
numbers.
see, can
Okay,
you
Ray, book you in Nigeria. How much? Manager.
Is there. I'll give you his email afterwards. He can.
No, for real, I'm being dead serious. I'm not gonna take your email.
So what's the most difficult when you, in terms of speaking on collaborations, what's the most difficult like projects that you've had to work on?
Well, my own for sure, because it's like it's finding a balance of fitting into the Nigerian scene and making the artists feel comfortable, but also trying to bring something unique, because why are they going to come to London and work with me when they have all these great producers in Lagos? So it was trying to craft something that was like different, but also familiar enough. And then, just, artists, they get demoitis, they get used to how their voice sounds when a certain engineer mixes it or a certain person produces their beats normally. So there was a lot of that. It's all a learning curve. I think next year I'm going to be a lot stronger, like put my foot down with stuff. But I think this year it's just a case of like.
So was there any artist that you had recorded something with in that EP that didn't come out?
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it already, the Victoni song.
Okay, the one with, that was meant to go on your EP, but then
that was
Steph
just a timing thing, this album and stuff like that. I have plenty of others that are sitting there, but we'll see in the new year, hopefully.
But I would have thought, because it's your EP, you would have the most autonomy when it comes to everything that you're putting out. No, it doesn't work like
artists. Yeah, artists are very like emotional people. They're still attached to their music. There's only so much I can say and do. But what I try to do, even with the Victoni song, for example, like he didn't really want to do that kind of track. We'd already done the other song first, and then I said to him, I want to try you on like a reggae dancehall kind of vibe. And the first song we did, he went through 43 beats before he got to that one. I was literally sitting here like,
and were you guys together in the studio?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
For all of them.
Spent hours.
It's only the only song I wasn't in the studio for was Crayon, because he recorded it remotely, and but everyone else I engineered it myself. There. So when it came to the second song, I was like, I'm not going through 43. I was like, there's two choices, pick one. That was it. And he did. And then the next day he's like, I need that song. Like he loved it. Okay. So yeah, sometimes, I mean, your job as a producer is to try and take artists out of their comfort zone, try and show them sides themselves they haven't seen before. And I think, like I say, that's something I really want to try and push next year, not be so like timid and like, let me just try and get a song and be, because I think the stuff, what I kind of miss with the older Afrobeats production, from the P Square times and the bands, the original Mo hits, like when those songs started, you knew what they were instantly. Like if you hear like Do Me, or you hear Ojuloba, or you hear these kind of songs back then, from the top, like the synth sounds and stuff they used was so like unique that you just know straight away. Whereas now I feel like a lot of the production is starting to sound a little bit similar. Across the board, so I kind of want to get that back into my music a lot more. So it's like from the drop, like like what this record is. You know, it's one of my records.
Okay.
What do you think of Asake's sound, though?
So I think Asake, not to make this about myself, but as a parallel, I feel like he's actually been a victim of the same thing that I have. In that, I started something with the blends and popularized it, and then everyone else jumped on it, and it kind of shortened its shelf life. Whereas if people had let him have his sound, I don't think they would have been so thinking, oh, this kind of sounds samey. It's the fact that everyone copied him that then it kind of.
But do you not think Asake copied someone? I feel like he got his inspo from Olamide. If I'm being
he's been under him for even before he came out.
Yeah.
Have you heard his other songs like before he even blew?
Yes.
He kept the same.
Asake is an amazing artist.
I actually think it's a new sound though. Olamide is more like a Yoruba rapper kind of.
Asake sings mostly in Yoruba.
He sings in Yoruba, but he doesn't rap in Yoruba.
Yeah.
He sings. That's the thing.
Olamide raps too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Olamide is more like a Yoruba rapper, but Asake
you don't really
sings.
see him speak
Sing
English
right.
in his song.
Got you.
Yeah. No, I love his music.
So do you think a lot of these artists need to draw inspiration and try and put the twist on it rather than just doing a copy and paste all the time?
Yeah, I think it needs to be more experimental. I think that's not just a thing of Nigerian artists or music right now. That's just across the board.
Yeah, that's why I said
artists.
artist. Yeah.
Just generally everybody, like DJs, producers, photographers, videographers. I feel like everyone kind of sees what works and it's just like, let me just do that.
Copy paste. Yeah.
So
that's very
look
true.
at Rema. Rema's a great example. Like, honestly, it's not my favorite project of the year, but I just like the fact that he took a leap and he just did something completely different. And then,
like, what the hell is Ozeba?
Yeah, like crazy.
That's what you guys are going to be hearing in Nigeria this December. That's what you're going to be. That song is crazy.
Thank you to Shady Poppy, because now we have a song we can mix into it, because before, like, you kind of played it and it was like, what now? You're looking around in the club like, there's nothing this high energy.
Yeah.
And I haven't had that since Jay-Z and Kanye Paris. When that song came out,
you
play it, you used to pull it
so
up
when
like
you just
10
get to that, I ball so hard, motherfuckers wanna find me. Yeah.
Once you played that, it was like downhill from there in an event. And I feel like that's kind of where it's at with Ozabar right now. Like, there's nowhere to go from there. Yeah, because the energy's up
if
here.
You think about it, you have to keep that. See how people are shouting.
Even if you do like an active afterwards, still Doesn't match it.
Because the tempo is like 30 BPM difference. A bit like, I suppose like
It does bring
soca
it
tempo.
down,
It's like
yeah.
power soca. It's so fast.
It
Like,
brings it down.
so there we got order now, and I'm guessing more people are gonna make stuff around that
December's
tempo.
coming.
Yeah.
Wizkid's
December is
album.
here, mate. It's not
Wizkid's
coming.
I
album.
think Burna Boy's dropping a single too soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
I
dropping.
can't see him doing that kind of sound though.
Yeah,
but
Nah.
not Burner.
yeah,
Nah.
there's a lot.
Do,
There's a
do
lot
we
of music.
do we
coming.
think
Wizkid's
Wizkid's
album,
gonna
just
do
saying.
something along those lines?
Never.
Who?
Wizkid.
One of his songs is very, but not like along
Not
that.
like-
You
not that.
were you at the
Yeah.
album release party? Were
Yeah.
you there?
Which
Not
one?
you. See how she's shining to you. Were you there? The one in
recently?
London?
No,
Yeah.
I was abroad.
Right. Okay.
I was abroad
Okay.
for that one. Obviously, I've heard all the snippets and stuff. I've heard the dance Kese song. that's
Is it
coming out.
mellow? I'm tired of mellow Wizkid. I'm tired.
No, I
It's a
think-
mixture.
I think it's more dancey. I think
Okay.
obviously the timing of it right before December, there's gonna have to be dance records
gonna-
in
yeah.
there. Yeah,
Wow. So we're up to like looking forward to a good December then, Afrobeats wise.
I think so.
What I want to
I
know
think
is who's like in the industry, doesn't have to be Afrobeats or anything, but like who's like a biggest inspiration to you?
I have quite a few different ones from different areas. I'd say like
Okay.
in the DJ world,
Mm.
it's Jazzy Jeff and A-Track, Craze, all these DMC, freestyle kind of champions. On a production side, Major Lazer is a great like
Yeah,
inspiration
Major
in
Lazer
terms
is
of
a
like what
goat.
Diplo has done, like integrating himself into these cultures and working with the biggest artists there, the stage show they put together. And then more in the production sense, I read like a lot of Rick Rubin, like his book, and I listen to a lot of his podcasts, and
Right.
look at how he says he doesn't really like, he's not a hands-on kind of producer, but he'll just be there on the sofa in the room, and his job is just to get the best out of the artists. And I feel like that kind of producer is needed for a lot of the younger artists, especially now.
What about artists? Who inspires you?
Just anyone that's like that experiments really. I think if you go on my social media, like I don't really do like paid placements. These songs, these blends I do, they're the artists I really love. Like and unfortunately I end up working with them a lot of the time. So like,
Why'd you say unfortunately?
no, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Not unfortunately.
Sorry, guys.
I'm sorry. It's really my retainer talking. Yeah, so like with that Shako, for example, he called me because I kept doing these mixes of his songs and they went viral, and he's like, I want you to be the DJ for my show. It wasn't a case of like, he asked me, then I got into his music after. Adiko and the Gold is another one. Like I know
you love
He's
him. He's like
amazing.
all over your
Incredible.
page.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, he's incredible. I've
Amazing
DJ'd a
artist.
few shows with him.
Would you do anything with him at Adiko Gold? Like in terms of
course.
music? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Should we
He's
see him
on
on
the
your
list for
EP?
next year. Yeah, for sure. I
Okay.
have my list of like dream targets for next year.
I think
He's
go
definitely
shout
on
to
there.
Big
James.
Fish. They're boys. You should
That's
know
what I
that.
just stamping it. I'm
What?
helping him stamp
Do
it.
your study, man.
They're boys already. Big Fish, Ajanla.
Yeah.
Shako was a very good tune though.
Thank you.
I love that song, honestly. Then the
You
show
were
now,
singing on the
Shako.
call yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, you
When
were.
we show, yeah, I was
was
singing.
sharing when you came in.
Yeah,
earlier, I
that's
heard
a
it.
that's a very good
Yeah,
song. That's a
thank you.
good song.
I think that's probably
man.
my favorite production.
I said to
Everything's
myself,
live.
if I produced this song, I would be so happy, man. Like if I was
Yeah.
the one that produced this song, I would be so happy. It's just not too high, not too low, just like mellow, after work kind of song. You're going home to your wife and kids. Just enjoy yourself before you get home with the sound.
Look at Alice is looking at you.
I can't relate to the wife and kids part, but I'm glad-
No,
glad
I'm
you
saying
like
me
the song.
personally. Like if I was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
driving home, like just wanted after a long day at
To
work.
your wife and kids.
No, not. You get what I'm saying? Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I love that kind of Afrobeats. But like I say, I think that stuff may be better placed me producing for other people long term, and then me putting out the more clubby stuff that I can push as a DJ at shows. Shako is fine because it's like a bit more of a clubby record, like kind of harder hitting. But the song with King Maddie, for example, is more like R&B, very, very mellow. So like, I love it. So happy with the record, but it's definitely harder for me to get the most out of it as a DJ.
Well, look, DJames, thank you so much for coming on. We love your stuff. We're going to be in Lagos as well, so we'd like to vibe with you.
course.
All right, we're going to
We'll
reach
be at
out
your
to
show
manager. Manager,
Has there dates yet? I don't know if you guys
he
have
said
asked.
he's the venue.
yeah,
Something to do with the venue? Look
you're
at the
still
venue?
sorting it out.
Yeah.
Finalising the
Sorting.
venue.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, we'll like to vibe with you and get some energy and vibe with you,
Manager,
manager. But honestly, it's been really nice talking to you. We love your vibe. We love your energy. We love what you're doing for the culture All right. And you know, I'm so glad that you decided that you're doing this and you're not allowing the noise, because you know, like we talked about, a lot of people would have said, you know, culture vulture, and that could deter a lot of people from doing what they love, you know. And we love that it did not stop you from actually really immersing yourself in what you love, and you're shining, you're a star. CULTRFM is a big indication of that, and we keep loving what you're doing, so keep doing what you're doing. But honestly, go home. And guys, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe on our YouTube, on our TikTok. We love what you're doing, you guys. Thank you so much. On our Instagram is blown as well. So we wanted you in the comment section, and you are doing just that. But yeah, thank you so much. Anything else, guys, before we round up?
If you're in Lagos this December, follow Djames and make sure you sign up to the mailing list so that when that date drops, you have to be there. Because I'm already sad that I won't be there. So don't be like me, don't lack. Follow Djames, sign up to the mailing list so that you're going to be there. That's something to look forward to for all of you going to Lagos this December. Yeah. So definitely.
He's bringing the vibe. Yeah, it's been a great one. Yeah, we like to end the episode by saying Lagos meets London, Wahala. I know you like to say Wahala, so we're gonna let you say Wahala.
I avoid Wahala.
Do it. So do it with energy, right? All right, guys, you ready?
Does he? You get the memo, right?
He's gonna say Wahala.
No, we do Lagos meets London, and then you have to say
me
Wahala.
on my own.
Yeah.
No, we will do Lagos meets London, and then
you say Wahala.
You just say Wahala with us.
With ginger, okay? Yeah.
Let me set up for this.
Give us some ginger.
All right, guys, ready?
Hey, sorry. What's the Azza? Give me the Azza. No, like we need to do. So Azza is account number. That's you know that already. Oh, yeah. So,
he knows that.
Need to organize in Nigeria.
One sec, manager. Sorry. Send to make a bank payment. New beneficiary. We're using Lemfi, guys. By the way. UBA. Those are rich people bank.
Yeah.
For artists and producers and managers. United Bank of Africa. I won't say the name out, but that's done. First cab, when you guys get to Lagos, first cab is on Lagos meets London.
Courtesy of Lemfi.
Courtesy of Lemfi. So once you're meant to have gotten that right away.
Let us know when you get it.
Confirm. It's instant. It's there already. Don't worry. That's what Lemfi does.
But we can do the round.
Yeah, let's do the Lagos meets London. All right. Don't forget ginger. All right. Lagos meets London. Wahala. You're meant to say Wahala now, DJames.
When? I thought you were doing it with me.
No.
Okay, let's do it.
I thought you were doing it with me.
Okay.
I don't know the timing.
No, you can do it. As soon as we say Lagos meets London, you say Wahala.
The London, then
you say Wahala, okay? All right.
Okay.
Lagos meets London.
Wahala.
I love that. He said it like a proper.
I don't want it. I'm gonna say it, but I don't want Wahala.